Hello, this is
Hello.
Nansu.
Hi, Nancy. You and I are the only people on the call. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah. Well, let's wait and see. Another
Okay.
3 minutes, 5 minutes or so. Let me actually. I know that Jing is sick, but I'm gonna try and see if I can get to that.
Okay.
If nobody calls in another 5 minutes, then we'll just cancel. I think we have a lot of things to do.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
I think people are on vacation.
Yeah, a lot of them. I think so. They're beginning to. I think the holiday season has started already, right?
Yeah.
I see somebody is calling in. Hello.
Hi, Anna.
Hey, Firat. It's just, I was just telling Nansu, on the call we have just Nansu, me, and you now.
And Ergin is here.
Ergin too. Hi, Ergin.
Hi, Anu. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Yeah, not bad.
Not
Alive.
bad.
In one piece.
Is your son done with his semester?
Hey, this is Jeff.
Hi,
Hey,
Jeff.
Jeff.
So I have to leave in about 30 minutes because it's my son's first band concert. So.
Oh, nice.
Band concert?
Okay.
Band concert.
Band.
What's he playing?
He's playing saxophone.
Wow. That's nice. Can you hear me?
Okay. So, then I guess we should get started. I see somebody else on the call.
Hello, Alejandra here.
Oh, hi, Alejandra. So let's get started. We actually are just going to talk about updates on action items, and then about the NCE, ongoing NCE work, and that's about it. And if anybody else has anything that they want to bring up, then we can talk about that. So we are going to have, just a reminder, we are going to have the meeting with the Commons Pilot folks tomorrow. This will be with Cedar and the Commons Pilot, and we'll see how it goes, because I think the plan was to kind of review what went on in the Data Commons meeting, and then figure out what we're going to do. And then in terms of repositories contact, we still haven't finalized the dates for the GDC and TCIA, and Ian is trying to get in contact with Endar. I think he's been in touch with Greg, so we'll see what we hear from him. Also for import, it was decided, import and actually IRD, it was decided that we will link to IRD at the strain level and at the sample or study level at the GEO and SRA. So I'm assuming Jeff will have to go back and transform, retransform, I think.
Yeah, we're looking at the dbGaP things this week. So, for example, we'll have to add some things to the transform.
And for IEDB, I know Philippe was helping the IEDB folks with mapping, and then he had a couple of questions. I'm hoping all his questions were clarified. If not, then I guess maybe I primarily the questions, if I remember correctly, were for Jeff. So maybe it's something that can be taken offline and discussed via email. For ICPSR, we did receive the comparison of that DBI-schema.org that's currently being exported by ICPSR, and I put it up on Google Docs and sent out the links today morning. So please take a moment to review it, and then. Hello. I thought I heard somebody just call in, but.
Oh, hi, it's Elizabeth. Sorry.
Hi, Elizabeth. Please take a moment to review it, and then we can get back to them with any questions that we have. Did everybody get the email that I sent out? If not, let me know, please. And also, we are expecting 2 renderings of the ICPSR data with and without dimensions. So we haven't received that yet, but I'm thinking once we've reviewed the first document, we can get back to them and also ask them about the status of the second document. So last week we had the DAX meeting. I used to call it schema.org meeting, but I decided that the point of the meeting was not really about schema.org, so shifted it to that. So basically, Philippe Alejandra, Jeff Firat, Jing, and I met, and the decision was made that Firat will continue to try to render DAX 2.2 format with our API. And once the mapping if the mapping is going to be done, he will actually, once he gets some work going, he will get back to Jeff Alejandra and Philippe so they can review the way the data is getting exported and to ensure that everything is being done the way it should be. Did I miss anything that we should talk about from that meeting?
No, I think that's correct and complete.
Yep,
All
and
right,
I think
thank
the main thing was that we were going to do sort of an incremental approach, so we could get early feedback.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, Jing had updated on some of the new functionality, and both Nansu and some folks from Jeff's team are testing it. We did receive some feedback from Nansu, but I haven't heard anything from your team, Jeff. So I would just.
Yeah, I think I might have. I think that might have been my mistake. I think I forgot to forward it. Because I know Devin and the students had sent something, so I might have just forgotten to hit the forward button. Let me find that.
Okay. Because if once we get feedback from, this just to ensure that everything looks the way it should, and testing by multiple groups. After that, Jing will update the production server. Also, another action item was to provide Nansu with curation time and man hours. Jeff and I were supposed to do it. I have to admit I haven't gotten around to it yet, but this is on my list of things to do, and I will get to it as soon as possible, hopefully within this week.
Okay, thank you.
And we also, I sent out the spreadsheet with Finex mapping, and as Jeff mentioned, I think they're going to start working on it. So basically, that's the mapping of CDEs to the variables that are found in dbGaP. So once we start working on that, that's something that we will need to update the index for. In the same email, I sent out a spreadsheet with the plan of work for each repository. Let me just show what this was just in an effort to make sure that we have that everybody is on the same page with reference to where we are with all the repositories. And I have this in the same spreadsheet that Elizabeth generated, where we were talking about who's the outreach person, who's going to be the contact person, etc., just to keep track of all the repositories that we are getting in touch with. So please take a look and let me know if or just you can go and modify stuff if in case there is anything that needs to be modified if I got something wrong. But as of now, this is what I think is the most updated information for all our contacts with the various repositories. And I sent a link also to everybody with that. Besides that, I think the only other thing that we have is Jing is going to start working on alerts to new results, which is the other functionality that we said we would take care of. And then we come back and we are also going to start looking into doing the deep search, which probably would be easier to work with once we have the updated dbGaP index. And I think that's about it as far as I have on my list of things that we have for the NCE. Is there anything else that anybody wants to talk about? If not, I think actually today we'll have a really short meeting. Hello?
No, I think that sounds good.
Okay. I just wondered if possibly for a minute or two, sometimes you know how ReadyTalk hangs up.
Oh, yeah.
So I had difficulty getting in today actually. Also, just a reminder, please do deposit all the codes in GitHub. If you could clean up your code and update the public repository, that would be great, because everything that we are building, we said we would make it open source. Or if you want to collect a series of them, of your codes and keep it in the private repository and then move it to public, even that is okay. But we do need to update the codes and in GitHub. And that's all I have for today.
Okay.
Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about? If
Anu?
not, then yeah?
Oh, I was just going to say, tomorrow Nansu and I are meeting, having a call with the Viper team to talk about working on the ingestion for them. So I'll let you know how that goes after the meeting.
Okay, so that would be both Viper and IRD, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's great. Because I think we do, so when you're going to talk with them, can you also kind of figure out or at least ask them how we would potentially link, import, even if it's at the strain level?
Okay.
And I think that's it. One of the plans was to get that ingested into DataMed. I think they want to get that done. So,
Mhm.
all right, great then. And let me know if you want any material from me for your meeting.
Okay, will do.
All right. Okay, that's it then.
Yep.
Thank you all for calling. And
Bye.
I'll talk to
Okay.
you all
Thanks
next
very
time.
much.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Goodbye.
Bye.